Okay, it's been a while since I napped a bottle bottom, and I just found this uh, piece in all my obsidian flakes that I was looking through in my yard. This popped out, and I think it's from the bottom of a 40-ounce beer bottle, or it could be one of those growler jugs. That's pretty thick bottom. Yeah, I don't know what it's from, but just a random piece for a random video. Yeah, my bottle bottom videos, I got a couple. They did very well back in the day. A lot of people watched them. Let's see if I can do something with this without snapping it. This is the only piece like this I've got at the moment. I can get a lot more, of course, but this is the only piece at the moment. I've actually got a stash of bottle glass somewhere. I don't know if I brought it to Vermont or if it's still here in Texas. I don't know. I'll have to look. Got my glass gaiters on. If you want some gaiters or whatever, Sean Dalgetty. I'll put a link in the description to his, I think it's Instagram or Facebook, one of those. All right. So what am I going to make out of it? Well, hopefully something that looks cool. There's plenty of thickness on here, so it's kind of cheating. Yeah. Be a lot more challenging to make it out of a thin bottle bottom, regular beer bottle, but I don't like working the regular beer bottles. I like working the 32 ounce or 40 ounce bottles. The 40 ounce are the best, or these growler jugs. GROWLER, growler. Yeah. I used to get beer refills with those. Yeah, I get a jug of beer, tap beer down at the supermarket back in the day when I drank that stuff. I don't drink it anymore. Nope. I changed my diet completely. So there's not much of a curve in it, so I can't show you how to take the curve out. It's pretty simple. You just work on the ends enough to get a, pretty straight piece. You're gonna lose width. You're gonna lose length if you got a curve in it. There's no way around it. Now you can get it longer the thinner you make it. That's the trick. If you can make a thin piece out of glass, then you can get a longer arrowhead from a bottle bottom. But if you can't do the thin thing, then you have to lose length. Yep. The new guys go, no, it's got to be a better way. It's got to. We have the technology. With all this fancy flaking equipment. Yep, we do have fancy flaking equipment, but not on this channel. Yeah. So how does this steel feel like on this bottle glass? It feels pretty good. This bottle glass is actually easier to knap than Obsidian, in my opinion, because it's very strong. It's not going to do all kinds of weird things on you and break in weird places. It's very consistent, very strong, and flexible, which means long flakes are possible. Oh yes. Am I doing long flakes right now? No, I'm shaping it right now. I'm not thinning it yet, although I can't help it. It's thinning a little bit on the convex side. Yep, can't help it. Flakes are starting to run away. They're being mischievous. Dum 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 dum. So what do I talk about? I'm not going to tell you my motivations behind every strike. So I got to talk about something else. Yeah. Just pretend I don't have any motivations behind every strike. Just pretend my conscious mind is here for the ride. That's it. I don't have any conscious motivations at all. Just pretend. Yeah. I know some of you guys that watch the channel believe in determinism and don't think there's any conscious input into this. It's all subconscious. Well, in that case, I don't have any conscious motivations, and I'm not aware of what my subconscious is thinking, so I don't know what my motivations are, according to that theory. So why would you want to know? Alrighty, let's see. What do I do now? How big is it? Remember, if I say something that could be construed as something else, you guys take a drink or puff a smoke or whatever you're doing. I don't want to know what you're doing. I just know that that's a game you can play with nappers. Alright, let's see. I'm going to start thinning now. I already abraded some of it, so that means that's the signal for sending in some thinning flakes if I can. I should be using 2 gloves, but I'm going to put the 2 gloves on when I start pressure flaking. Yeah. I bet you didn't know you could thin glass with steel, huh? I bet you didn't know. That was almost an overshot. Almost. And clear across the piece. That's how good this stuff is. If you want to nap high quality stuff, just nap bottle bottom glass. I have not found anything higher quality than bottle bottom or bottle glass. Nope. As far as glass goes, yeah. The worst stuff I've napped is fused glass. Some of that stuff is just nasty. I don't know what it is. It's like trying to nap hard candy with some of that fused glass. Yeah, I gotta abrade more. The steel is slipping on this, and I'm not getting good contact with the platform, so I get crushing and I get short flakes. I'm getting short flakes on some of the best material in the world, so that means the edge prep is not good. I'm not braiding very hard. I'm just making sure it's roughened up and well abraded as far as the coverage. Make sure I'm covering a lot of area with the abrading so it's kind of roughed up. And yeah, I'm thinning the easy first. My normal advice on this kind of stuff is to get it narrow. And narrow enough to run flakes across the concave part and then do the convex part. But I'm just doing this random this time. Right? I think that's my strategy usually. Do the concave side first and then the convex, because the convex is easy. Convex side is super duper easy. Can you see? I can't see. If I can't see, that means you can't see. Are we better? Oh yeah, I changed the setting on the camera so that if I focus in, it doesn't change the volume. Yeah. I remembered this time. Sometimes it takes me weeks to remember stuff. But no, I noticed it right away on the last video. That I could hear all the little crunchings on the edge of the Obsidian. I said, man, I lost my touch. I hear too much crunch. And it's because of the microphone. The microphone settings, if they're tied in with the zoom, it amplifies the microphone the more you zoom in. Or something like that. Yep. Yeah, this stuff is good. The only thing I don't like about it is it's glass. It's the kind of stuff that gets all in your shoes and in places you don't want it. Look at that step fracture. That's not behaving. What is with that? Why does it want to do that? You can see it, right? You can see the step fracture in there. What's the remedy for that? I gotta make it really thin now. Dang it. You guys didn't want to see it really, really thin. You did? You wanted to see it really, really thin? Okay. I got no choice now. Yeah, there's going to be a random combination of percussion and pressure on this. Yeah. It's going to have to get a lot more narrow for me to do this concave side. So let me just trim it down and make it more narrow. I don't need to abrade or anything. I can get bunches of crunches on here. I probably should have watched one of my old bottle bottom videos just to see what I did before and how I was narrating it. I was a lot more serious back in those days. Yep. Yep, and a big part of the reason why I was making videos is so I could try to figure out what was going on. They say if you show people how to do it, you get better at it. or you learn it better yourself. So I said, heck, I'm gonna do that. And then people started saying, I never seen that method before, so I said, I better get that method on video before someone says it. Before someone says it's not my methods. Yeah, not all these methods are my methods, but some of them are. And I don't try to be unique. I just oftentimes don't agree with certain methods, and I gotta do something else. Because the methods that are being shown usually drive me up the wall. I can't use them. I can't use them and feel comfortable, in other words. You know, I gotta try to make the journey less miserable, because it's hard for me. Yeah. The process for me is not that great, so I gotta make it less miserable. Yeah. Simple way of saying it. What am I doing? There's a step fracture right there. I want to send in a flake this way to get it. But I'm not preparing the edge very well. Not at this stage. I probably should, right? I probably should prepare the edge a lot better. Alright. That didn't even get it. That went right by it. See, it snuck around it. The step fracture is right here. Come here. The step fracture is right there. And this flake went up. And it tried to expand the area, but it went right around it. And then up. Up to here. It's sneaky. Oh, by the way, I'm going to use this tool. What is it? It's not a bird. It's a tool. You'll see. It's not a bird effigy. Okay. All right, so we got to switch gears here. We got ourselves I got myself the thinness that I want at this stage. I want this thinness. I could leave that in there though, but I'm not, because I know a lot of you guys, you don't want to see any of the original surface, which I didn't either when I first started. Even now, some of that doesn't look good to me. Some of it is okay, but I don't like seeing the original surface in most cases. This one's not bad. It almost looks like a flake. Some bottle bottoms are smoother than this, which it makes it look like a flake. But this, you can see, that's like the from the mold. I think these are made in molds or whatever. These bottles. So that's what's called a mold mark. I don't know. There's got to be a name for it. I know there is a name. Every industrial process has smart Alex that name everything. Oh yeah. Smarty pants. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn the edge this way, or move the edge that way. Without creating step fractures. Hopefully. Supposedly. Yeah. I'm crunching it. And I'm using copper and I'm still crunching it. I'm still getting Still getting those newbie step fractures. I got one right there. Right there. Alright. Let's just focus on getting that edge moved to the other side. I'll deal with the damage control a little bit later. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I could take care of the damage right now. But I'm not. For unknown reasons. And I put a glove on. There's good reasons for glove because the glass gets in between my fingers and my pressure flaker. I hate that almost as bad as snapping the tips off. And I still got glass in my fingers from that. And probably a piece of chert too. But mostly glass. Is it focusing? Do I got to keep it in this corner so it focuses right? Yeah, probably. I could make it focus in on a certain point, but I got my glove on now, so I can't touch the screen on my phone. I can't operate the zoom or the feature that keeps it zoomed in to the one spot. It would be great if it stayed in that one spot. If I specify a spot to focus in on, if it would just stay there the whole time, even if I drop it and pick it back up, if it goes back to that spot, that would be great. But it doesn't. It tries to, but then it stops. It stops working. It goes, man, you're too random. Yeah, that's what the camera says. That's what my phone camera says. I'm too random. I move around too much. You start moving around too much, I'm going to take up your system files. So there. I think my camera got angry at me. Started installing all these excess system files because I'm too random with my knapping. Yeah. Revenge. But I actually like my phone better now because it's faster. After the factory reset, it's just Mr. Speedy now. I got a phone. I got a tablet that I'm trying to use for all my personal stuff, and just keep only my camera stuff and business on my phone. But man, my tablet is so slow compared to my phone. I don't want to be spending a ton of time online with my personal stuff. Yeah. I like to look around the internet and learn new things. So I'm usually the last to know. I'm usually the last to know about things. So I learned I got to get on the internet and spy around every day. Oh yeah, I saw another napper use a curved. Recently, I just saw another napper use a curved pressure flaker. I can't remember who it is, of course. But you guys that are hardcore flint napper watchers, you know who I'm talking about, I think. If not, you're going to be scrambling and see who is using it. Yeah, if you find out, let me know. And I can't remember if I've used the curved pressure flaker before that was not antler. I think I might have used an antler curved pressure flaker in one of my videos. Maybe. Okay. The part about being strong glass, it's very slippery. Yeah, making a bunch of newbie mistakes. Newbie mistakes. I know I can get those later, but they're annoying. The step fractures. I can get those later, but they are very annoying. See, I'm gonna have to run flakes from the other side, from this side over, to get those, because it's almost impossible to get some of those sometimes from the close side. And with glass, you can usually run long flakes to hit those from behind. Yep. I still haven't moved that edge far enough to send flakes in. Yeah, mainly because I'm not able to get a good purchase on the edge with the copper, even though copper's the best stuff. There's an airplane flying, a propeller plane flying overhead somewhere. Right? Is that what that was? Just now? Stupid airplane messing up my video. Let me think. Let me think here. All right. The gloves really are getting in the way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it without the gloves for a minute. See if I can control the zoom here. There it goes. So everything from here on out is just basically damage control and cosmetic flaking. And the notching. It's just a rough, this is rough biface. It's 2 inches. Okay. So with glass, I gotta make sure I keep the tools nice and dressed. Yeah. So this video just became probably an hour video because of the tools need to be dressed constantly. They do pick up glass chips, which causes the flakes to run short. If there's any kind of rock chips or glass chips in the tip tool, in the tool of the tip. In the tip of the tool, then it will run short flakes. Okay. All right. Oh, I can see it already. I'm going to have to pause. Pause for little flakes that are going to be trying to be sneaky. Now I know the meaning of getting under your skin. Where did that expression come from? Comes from Flintknapping glass. Yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah, of course. Right when I start to focus, I get a phone call. I gotta put it on airplane mode. I don't know why I don't. It's blocking my view. Let's see. Yeah, hit the red button. Dumb phone call blocking my view. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Can you see? See the little focus square was focused in on my hand over here. It has a mind of its own. Yeah. So I got to keep adjusting it. Now it's here on my thumb. It's supposed to be right there, like on the edge of that. Yeah, like right there. But it doesn't stay there. Okay. I'm bouncing off the glass. That's what's happening. There. Did I damage control it sufficiently? I got rid of some of those little step fractures in there. But if I'm not careful, I will install a curve. Dum-de-dum-dum. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-dum-de-dum-dum-de-dum. Alright, I don't know. Probably gonna have to put the glove on. Yeah, I gotta answer the phone call because it keeps popping up. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.